mean to say matrix, wherein we had one research committee visit. So with limited duration of 30-35 minutes, I covered as much possible as I can. And now I will continue with internet banking as next subtopic from digital banking. Internet banking, as you know, even being students, many of you must be operating it. And as a student, those who are working, those who are receiving their salary on monthly basis, incentive based on their performance, their parents sending money to them for sake of their expenses and to make payment of their tuition fee or other type of educational needs. It's quite possible that you all students are using internet banking. Sorry. So what is internet banking? First thing first, internet banking is also known as online banking or e-banking or net banking, a facility offered by banks and financial institutions that allow customers to use banking services over the internet. Internet banking is not just a facility that is offered by banks. If you are a customer for LIC HFL, Muthoot Fincorp, India Infoline, Bajaj Finserv, they also, these all are non-banking financial corporations. They also offer you internet banking, and they are providing you user ID or registered user ID and password so that you can have smooth transactions with the respective bank for whom you are a regular customer, registered customer. Now, what happens with internet banking? What is stated here in second point? If you would like to use internet banking services, you must register for the facility while opening the account, or later. In later stage also, customers who used to have physical bank transaction were informed by respective bank branches, that may be cashier, that may be accountant, or of branch manager, who gave information to his regular customers on account of their personal relations or as part of his responsibility, that now onward we will be having internet banking as a facility to all our customers, and he informed them how to operate it also. With all these things in digital banking, one basic thing is very much important that you all students um, beware, or what I mean to say, remember always, whether it is ATM, cash deposit machine, mobile banking, or subtopic internet banking. One important thing, why people in number are increasing day by day and customer base for all these services in digital banking. Any idea, any feedback you can share with me? What must be the reason number of customers who are using these type of services are increasing? There's one common factor, and which is very easy to answer also. Mayuri, Chaitanya, Chinmay, you three students only are present today. Anything that you can share with me? How it is having one common factor related with number of customers base increasing, that is relevant with user friendliness. At the age of 50, in my past, being being customer of Bank of Maharashtra, State Bank of India, if I am using all the financial services without digital banking, I mean to say I'm visiting personally to bank branch nearby office, nearby my residence. Even if I have to withdraw 500 rupees, it is taking me almost 30 minutes, already discussed with you. And rest all facilities I am very much careful about my hard-earned money, and I am having one sense of insecurity when I am changing the way I am doing my transaction. That sense of insecurity, feeling of insecurity is decreasing now because many other customers word of mouth publicity is positive about digital banking, and those people who are living near around me, who are closely known to me, and who are having good experience and convenience with the digital banking what they are using, I am inclined to, I am also thinking of, and I am also accepting digital banking. Internet banking is one particular part of digital banking, but when it comes to using internet banking, although it is user friendly, certain steps without making any mistake, technical mistake, I mean to say, you have to follow. Then internet banking becomes user friendly. In first attempt, second attempt, it's quite possible that you are making few mistakes. But third attempt onward, once you are familiar with the way it is operated, you are very much convenient. You feel very convenient that it is much better to opt for and practice all banking transaction with help of internet banking than that of physical banking, physically visiting a bank branch. What all are the product features of internet banking? Check the account statement online. If you have opted for monthly statement to be received on your email address, dot 10th or 8th of every month, you will receive your previous month statement. And these days, whenever any person is applying for vehicle loan, home loan, personal loan, credit card, or any other type of financial service, his previous 3 month or 6 month statement, bank statement is very much needed. And submission of soft copy is also acceptable. And in such situation, receiving online statement is a great facility, very much important facility what internet banking is providing to his customers. Open a fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit is a financial service wherein for minimum 6 month duration you cannot withdraw your money, and on annual basis based on your age, gender, amount of money you deposited, the bank wherein you do have your fixed deposit account, your per annum interest rate differs. It may be 6.5%, 7%, 8%. Around 5 to 7 years ago, fixed deposit was advertised very heavily, and it was considered to be one very good financial service to be opted by customers. Senior citizens and women do have 0.5% higher interest rate for fixed deposit, whether it was 7 years ago or till to date. Now, what other features included in internet banking? Pay utility bills, water bill, electricity bill, mobile recharge, uh, gas cylinder, whichever it may be, Mahanagar Gas Nigam Limited or uh, other red label or blue label commercial or personal usage gas payment. Make merchant payment. This merchant payment is separately included in internet banking facility, and that I will explain you in detail. Transfer fund. You are transferring money from your account to someone else for sake of transaction needed, or someone else is transferring money to your account. This facility through internet banking takes no time. It is happening if followed steps correctly in a minute or two, max to max. Order for a checkbook, buy general insurance. Most of the products of internet banking are advertised on internet sites also, and they are quite familiar with email address what you are using. Whenever you are opening your email account, it's quite possible that certain general insurance policies are advertised on your mail account also. While you are operating mobile and looking into different types of SMS or apps which are used for banking transaction, in that also general insurance as an advertise is shown to you. So these all factors are very much important when it comes to internet banking facility. Now, the next important feature of internet banking is advantages. What all are the advantages internet banking do have? Hmm? That is availability. What availability is mentioned here? You can avail the banking services round the clock throughout the year. These days, on account of state and central government policy, government banks and even private banks are remaining closed on second and fourth Saturday. It's quite possible on account of other holidays coming on Friday or Monday. In continuity, bank will remain closed for 3 calendar days. On account of second Saturday, bank was closed. Sunday it remains closed. Monday there was some national holiday. There was some cultural holiday, and that on account of that it was closed also. So with continuous 3 calendar days, if any bank is remaining closed, it's a great inconvenience. Very much difficult for customers to do their financial transactions. And in such situation, internet banking comes to your help. You can check your account balance at any time and transfer funds without having to wait for the bank to open. This is what relevant with advantages of internet banking. Easy to operate. Using the services offered by online banking is simple and easy. What I said to you in the beginning only, why digital banking customer base is increasing. Let us talk of a mobile as a device. Why mobile sale and number of users for mobile have increased. Now we are in that stage where increasing as a word we shouldn't use. Almost 100 crore people within India are finding it easier to operate mobile. The very important task, whenever you are using something technical, scientific, it has to be user friendly. However good facility that particular product is, if it is not easy to operate, then it will not sell well. This happens with automobiles too. This happens with electrical and electronic devices too. This happens with home appliances too. This happens with gadgets too. And this happens with digital banking devices too. So what it is, easy to operate. Using the services offered by online banking is simple and easy. Many find transacting online a lot easier than visiting the branch for the same. So this is what relevant with internet banking advantages. Convenience. What it is? Convenience. You need not leave your purse behind and go stand in a queue at the bank branch. This is convenience provided to you by internet banking. You can complete your transactions from wherever you are, provided you have strong connectivity or proper range internet connection. 3G, 4G, even 3G is sufficient. Pay utility bills, recurring deposit account installments, and other using online banking. This is what convenience given to you. The next advantage, what is mentioned here of internet banking, time efficient. Time efficient is what relevant to, you can complete any transaction in a matter of few minutes via internet banking. Just now I was talking of fund transfer. if you follow proper steps by using your registered user ID, password not disclosed to anybody, and you are clicking on fund transfer, then you have to go to second step of choosing amount. Then you will be transferring through your internet banking, and you will be entering your registered mobile number. After entering registered mobile number, you will get one-time password. You have to enter that one-time password. Then you have to click on confirm, and then you have to click on process. Everything will happen in a span of 2 to 3 minutes. This is what relevant with time efficient. It's not that internet banking is taking same time what it used to take for physical banking. No. Take example of withdrawal of cash. From ATM, it takes hardly 8 to 10 minutes, even if 2 or 3 people are ahead to you. Even if you are the only customer who's withdrawing money from bank account by visiting personally that bank, it takes 20 minutes. No one is ahead you. No one is behind you. You are the only fortunate customer who don't have to stand long in queue. But even physically, when you withdraw money from your bank branch, it takes 10 to 20 minutes. Manually, it takes 10 to 20 minutes. The next important advantage of internet banking is activity tracking. When you make a transaction at the bank branch, you will receive an acknowledgement receipt. There are possibilities of you losing it because the hard copy what you are having with you, apart from that hard copy of a transaction slip, there are many other papers you are carrying with you. There are many other hard documents what you have to be careful with. And such things are possible with a person who's quite careful about the document what he is having with him. As a senior citizen, as a person handicapped, or a person illiterate, he will not know the importance of that receipt. In future, it's quite possible that there may come some legal matters. There may uh, rise necessity of producing that particular slip and which you don't have. At very important moment, which you don't have, you lost somewhere it, and you don't remember where you kept it. In such situation, you don't have to keep on tracking your activities by keeping one separate file or folder to store or to save those hard copies. There are possibilities of you losing it, as I told you. In contrast, all the transactions you perform on the bank's internet banking portal will be recorded. It's not just recorded in the bank account. You can summarize all your uh, transactions, what you did from 1st of Jan to 31st of Jan, 1st of Feb to 28th of Feb. Likewise, you can make list of all these transactions. You can have print also for your record. And this particular soft copy in your net banking remains safe without any virus affecting for years together. You can show this as proof of the transaction if need be. And details such as payee name, bank account number, amount paid, date and time of payment, and remarks, if any, will be recorded as well. These all are activity tracking facilities given by internet banking. So this is what relevant with uh, internet banking. Now, the next important subtopic in internet banking is corporate and individual banking. Corporate and individual banking or retail banking. What is stated here for retail banking at the first place? Retail banking refers to the division of a bank that deals directly with individual customers, while corporate banking is the part of the banking industry that deals with corporate customers. Retail banking is the visible face of banking to the general public, with bank branches located in abundance in most major cities. Corporate banking, on the other hand, works directly with businessmen to provide them loans, credit, savings account, and checking accounts with which are specifically designed for companies rather than for individuals. Now, if you are listening to me, I have one simple question to ask you. Students, you are able to hear me? Are you there all?
Yes, sir.
Now, there are two types of accounts open. When an individual is opening account for retail banking and a corporate banking employee or representative is opening a bank account, what that individual is opening and what that corporate bank employee is opening as an account, what is the difference between type of account? Can you give the title? When we are opening corporate banking account, what type of account we are supposed to open? When as an individual you are opening account, yes, this much time it takes for you to answer.
Current account.
Current account for corporate banking and savings account for retail banking. This is the way banking transactions are happening, and that's the way you have to keep on going for retail banking and corporate banking. So let's see certain features of retail banking. I am enlarging it. Retail banking includes a wide variety of products and services. Which all are they? Checking and savings account. You have to open savings account for an individual wherein you are getting credited your salary, wherein you have deposited certain amount of money after frequent intervals. That may depends on how much you are earning, how much money you have accumulated in a specific duration of time, what amount of cash you are carrying in your pocket or keeping at home, and what amount of cash you feel safe to keep in your savings account. Certificates of deposits. In retail banking or in savings account banking, you can have certificates of deposit, Kisan Vikas Patra, or for that sake, any other type of deposit certificates you can keep with your savings account. Mortgages. Mortgages are part of your savings account. Automobile financing. Retail banking can have automobile financing or vehicle loan. In very simple language, we can say vehicle loan. Credit cards. This is what relevant with retail banking. Based on your CIBIL score, SBI, ICICI, HDFC, Axis Bank, these type of banks offer you credit cards. You can make use of those credit cards for duration of 42 to 50 days without paying any interest. and later on interest to be paid from 3% to 5% per month, and from 42% up to 60% on per annum. Credit cards are part of retail banking. You can make use of credit cards for sake of purchase, for sake of paying money or paying charges. Lines of credit such as home equity lines of credit and other personal credit products. Again, in retail banking, foreign currency and remittance services. When you are receiving money in foreign currency, euro, yen, dollar, dinar, in Indian currency, you have to convert it by paying certain charges as commission. That you can do through retail banking. You are in position or in a situation wherein you have to pay in dollars, but you have Indian currency. In that situation, you have to give your Indian currency for conversion, and then you can pay in dollars also. Western Union money transfer as a service provider is very much popular for such type of retail services, having converting foreign currency into Indian currency or converting Indian currency into foreign currency. Stock brokerage. If you have demat account, you can make purchase of NSE or BSE stocks based on current market scenario, and you can buy or sell them. Insurance. These type of facilities are available with retail banking, provided your insurance agent is guiding you proper way, or you by yourself having what I mean to say, proper knowledge of insurance, where to invest. Wealth management. At the age of 50, 55, and after retirement, a lump sum amount is received by an salaried employee. In that situation, throughout his life, whatever savings he made and money he received in large quantity, in wholesome amount of rupees, that may range up to 15 lakh, 20, 35 lakh, or even 50 lakh plus. That wealth he has to manage properly. Otherwise, his whole life earning will go best in duration of few months only, even in duration of few days only. And in such situation, wealth management as a retail banking is done by bankers also. So these all are features of retail banking. They are very much needed by every individual who is operating saving account or current account. And in such situation, either one or in combination of two, three or more, it is required. Apart from retail banking, corporate banking as next important service in internet banking, also known as business banking, typically serves a diverse clientele, plural of client, ranging from small to mid-sized local businesses with few million in revenues to large companies with billions in sales and offices across the country. Corporate banking deal between bank and their corporate client have, when it comes to amount of rupees in a million, as an individual, you may have 10, 20 lakh, 50 lakh, or 1 or 2 crore rupees in your savings account. It is very rarely found that one individual is maintaining that much balance in his savings account. But when it comes to corporate banking, even if Pune Municipal Council is depositing their money on daily basis earned from revenue collected through tax from citizens of Pune is in crores of rupees. When their employee goes to branches of SBI mostly, If you have seen them, they go with bundles and sacks of notes. So this is what relevant with corporate banking. Corporate bankers may be a government institute having deal with another government bank, or a private institute or private sector company having deal with a private bank, and vice versa also. And their revenues, their amount of transactions have no comparison with retail banking. A retail individual banker is having much lesser amount saved in his bank account compared with corporate banking. Corporate banking is a key profit center for most banks. But as the biggest originator of customer loans, it is also the source of regular write downs for loans that have soared. Write downs means those loans who are non performing asset, not much paid in regular interval, not much paid on daily basis or monthly basis. So this is what relevant to corporate banking. When profit is used, loss is also used in corporate banking. What all are the features in corporate banking mentioned here? Corporate bank offer the following products and services to corporations and other financial institutions: loans and other credit products that may be included in corporate banking. Treasury and cash management services. Treasury is a place where almost all cash is saved very safely in utmost secure environment and by maintaining utmost confidentiality, having 24 by 7 security services. And in that treasury, whatever amount of money is getting saved, and from that treasury, whatever amount of money is going out elsewhere to an individual bank branch, to an ATM, that is kept as a record very, very carefully. This is what relevant with treasury and cash management services in corporate banking. Equipment lending, commercial real estate, trade finance, employer services. These all are services offered by corporate banking. These all are services offered by corporate banking. So these few include in corporate banking. Now, backend operations and technology. We have seen how customer approaches online, how customer make use of ATM, how customer rely on cash deposit machines. What all are the features internet banking included for an individual? Now, backend operations and technology. Those operations or those people, employee who are working in bank but not seen by us, that is stated by backend operations. When we deposit a check dated 7th of March and depositing on 4th of March, we are surprised to see that it exactly got deposited and credited on 7th of March. The amount of money what we deposited through check was credited into our account. How it must be happening? It happens because of back-end employees, back office workers, what we call in common language. And they are very much careful to maintain the date what it should be. This is their part of duty. Now today is 3rd of March, end of 3rd of March. Till 31st March, these back-end employees work till 1 in the night. Forget about their 9 to 5 duty mentioned on paper. They come every day 9 in the morning, goes at 12 and 1 in the night on account of March end, financial year end. And they are very much hardworking people who have to take care of every bank transaction, what it happens. Although they are not much seen, they are like artists behind the screen, whom we are never ever seen on screen, like director, musician in a movie. They are never seen on screen, but their job is very important. their responsibility profile is very much important. What is stated in backend operations? How can one experience digital transformation on the backend? We are connecting backend operations with digital banking, with tailored services. Traditional banks work hard for their customers' loyalty by offering a range of services that keeps them with the business. In comparison, financial technology companies earn their customers' trust through tailored customer service and referral-based client acquisition. Referral-based client acquisition, because I am finding as a corporate banker or corporate client, my service good from my banker, I am referring it to other corporate clients also. 90% of fintech companies have cited enhanced customer experience as their competitive advantage, and this is an area that banks should also consider innovating. Every other customer, corporate banker, needs tailored services. The way your shirt size cannot fit mine, mine cannot fit yours. We have to go to a tailor, we have to give him measurements, he will mention them and he will stitch the shirt. The same way, every other corporate client do have different requirements. That may be for payroll, that may be for uh, designing a particular receipt or any other particular service what he wants on account of nature of his business. Tailored services can be made with the help of digital banking. Cheaper prices with a leaner virtual operation. Organizations can acquire more flexibility in cost savings. This is in turn allows fintech firms to attract customers with competitive pricing. Customers acquisition is an expensive process for banks, especially when they are corporate bankers. However, by embracing a digital approach to smoothen backend operation, this could bring about long-term cost savings with cost from information incentive processes reduced. Now, when we are offering corporate banking tailored services, our prices should be competitive. In digital banking, prices matters a lot. The same service is offered by some other banker at cheaper level, our corporate banking customers will leave us and they will go to move towards other bankers. So in backend operations, how is backend of banks embracing digital change? Earlier, all manual things used to consume lot of time. But with software development or financial technology, fintech as a word is used in previous slide. Most of the softwares which are coming into market, even if I have to quote one personal experience, and now if I want to know from you, what is the latest version of Tally used by bankers or taught to students? Any idea you have? What version of Tally is used these days? Any answer from commerce background student? It's 9.2, my dear. Where you are? Tally's latest version is 9.2. And in year 2000, what was the latest version at that time? 3.0. So lots of changes have taken place in the advanced version of Tally. It is quite user friendly. When you come to portals like ERP, materials management, HR, accounts management, Agam, Eklavya, all these are softwares which are meant for an individual educational institute, account department of an educational institute, or account department of a manufacturing unit. Both of them differ from their requirement, and in such situation they have different type of demand from fintech companies. So these all things are relevant with backend banks. Embracing means shaking hands with or having tie-up with digital change, accepting digital change. What is stated here? It is relatively easier for banks to enhance their customers facing front-end operations with digital solution. Being individual customer, I do have savings account with one bank. I am using digital banking services, maybe ATM, maybe CDM, maybe mobile banking, maybe internet banking. These all factors are common for me and every other customer. The way I am having user ID and password, other 100,000 and lakh customers as an individual customer will have the same. There won't be any change. It's not bank who will adjust with individual customer. It's individual customers who have to be user friendly with the services they are giving. But the tricky part of restructuring is in their back office operations. Most banks' legacy systems are complex, and replacing them without impacting running operations is a challenging task. Now, in back office or at back office operations, what all are the things that happens? Job responsibilities of an back office employee differ from bank to bank. They have to clear check, they have to prepare DD, they have to deposit DD, they have to update banking transactions, they have to update passbook of individual or corporate customers. All these back office operations take lots and lots of time. They are time consuming, having headache, and they are needed to be done on time also. In corporate world, most of the sales organizations make salary payment of their employees, that may be frontline, at mid level or at upper level, dot 30th or 31st of every month without any fail. How come this happens very easily? Because their salary calculation starts from 22nd till 28th, they finish it with the casual leave, leave without pay, sick leave, and any type of other leave availed by that individual employee. And based on the number of days he worked, how much salary to get credited in his account is very much clear to them by 28th. And all the data is sent to bank. That banker and that back office employee have to do this calculation just by seeing into the Excel sheet or the software copy what they send, and he is supposed to do salary crediting as very much important responsibility 30th evening or 31st evening, whatever month it is, 38, 31 or 28 or 29. So these all things are very much important when it comes to backend bank embracing digital change. And all these things on account of number of customers increase, financial literacy rate is increasing. These all factors are very much important. Now, most bankers' legacy system are complex. This already we have covered. Now, back office automation. Now, please try to understand what is meant by automation, mechanization. These all are words I will explain you in just few sentences. It is always said that manpower cutoff happened because of IT revolution. Information technology revolution has impacted into, resulted into manpower cutoff. But it is not like that. Automation and mechanization has also played a very important role. Now, what this automation is, let us assume we have to dig a pond having quite good numbered sources of water, natural sources, wherein if this has to be done manually, it will take 2 years, even if 300 laborers are working every day. But instead of doing this work or this task with the help of and by depending only on labors, that's to 300, that's to for 2 calendar years. If JCB, crusher, and other type of automated devices are used, the same work could be finished in 6 months. This is what relevant with automation. Again, mechanization. Now we have button start vehicles. Instead of kicking and starting two-wheelers, we can have button start vehicles. Then digital speedometer. Then alloy wheel. And there are many other facilities also which are part of mechanization. So these all factors are relevant with automation, wherein instead of muscle power, we are using auto power or advancement in machinery. So the same way, back office automation, instead of hiring 10 clerks, we have to buy one software which will be operated by only one back office employee, and that will finish up work what manually 10 people cannot. This is what relevant with back office automation. Now, automation in the back office includes automating processes such as digitizing workflows and automating or supporting decision making. The use of automation and IT solutions aim to manage residual operations that must be carried out manually. An example is automating the software for resource planning as well. That's what I explain you. Automation in the back office includes automating processes. Now, collection of checks, collection of DD, collection of salary papers, collection of other documents, collection of deposit slips, collection of fixed deposit papers. All these things, if 10 employees are sitting together and doing it manually, it won't finish in scheduled duration. But with the software which is given by a fintech company, can finish it in few hours only. Now, the next important point here is document management digitization. Document management is crucial, especially in paper-heavy field like trade finance. As reported by BCG, Boston Consulting Group, 99% of all data interaction within trade finance is heavily reliant on paper. Back office digitization will simplify document storage, search and retrieval, and even enable banks to provide compliance related information more easily to regulators. Compliance related to regulators. Compliance related for education system is NAC accreditation. This is what relevant with compliance. We are complying with NAC accreditations. When NAC committee members comes to visit educational institute, they go through all relevant documents and they give B plus, A plus, 3.57, 3.52, 3.46 type of grades. They are regulatory bodies. Even for banks to provide compliance related information, this digitization is very much important. all the things they cannot store in spring file, box file, folder, notebooks, register, in-out register, all these things. This is relevant with soft copy storage, digitization of document. In doing so, banks can also gain the confidence of regulators through their commitment to transparency. And with this digitization, there's no chance of manipulating documents, which can happen when it is done manually. There is also a common misconception that investing in customer innovation will change the organization. However, it is important to gain feedback from back office teams to be able to establish successful organizational change. Back office, with the continuous accumulation of documents, what they are receiving, the feedback what they gave based on the document they are receiving is very important. And that way they can have change in organizations also. So this is what relevant with document management changes, and that is important. At this moment, I am uh, stopping here, and our next subtopic, what we will see tomorrow, is cashless banking or branchless banking. Sorry, it will be branchless banking. We will continue tomorrow with branchless banking. For certain time duration and with the number of students available for lecture, I expect almost from all of you to give some prompt reply for the questions which I am asking you. One simple question what I was asking you, when it comes to corporate banking, what type of account you are supposed to open? It is current account. Very simple thing. As an individual, when you are opening account, what type of account you open? Savings account. These simple things, being commerce students, if you are not knowing, it is very much difficult for me to continue with you. I should know that you are understanding and following my lectures. So be prompt in answering questions and be available whenever is asked by your teacher. Okay, now I am leaving the meeting. Thank you. Good day.